Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. I don't know the game number, 18 or 19. I'm not sure. I think actually I should know that. It's game number 19, I think, today. Montreal is in Anaheim to take on the Ducks. The Habs are on their West Coast swing. It is the eve of American Thanksgiving, apparently the most traveled day in U.S. the year. The day of I didn't say that well. Most traveled day in the U.S. for the year. How's that? Everyone trying to get home for Thanksgiving. So here I've got some news for you. Here I've got a little bit of that. I've got the preview. I have the lineups. I've got stats for the game. And I've got the guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can guess, you can pick a guy from either team, and you have to be the first one in the chat with that guess, and then you win the cash prize of $10 directly into your bank account via Interact. So please enter your guesses here in the chat, not in the game. They won't count there. So good luck to everybody. I'll give you mine in a bit. I can't win, but I don't get the money anyway. But I'll give you my guess in a little bit. Let's see who's here, and then we'll get to my news. Ooh, lots of comments. Look at that. Safka's first in. Awesome. 4-2 Habs. Slav with the first goal. Of course it's going to be Slav with the first goal. Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo. 4-3 Ducks. Pearson, first goal. She'll be fast asleep at 3 a.m. That's game time is 3 a.m. for you? 9. Oh, I thought you were. I'm confused on how far ahead you are. Guru, 4-2 Habs. Anderson, first goal. Has to get off the schneid sometime. Yeah, but when? Daryl Adams. Hey, Daryl. 5-2 Habs. Caulfield, first goal. He also asks, Rick, do you think Habs going to re-sign Monto? I guess that's Monahan, to long-term contract. If so, how many years and how much you think they would have to pay him? It's probably not going to be as much as you might think. I would probably look at it as probably – I've gone up and down on this, on my numbers. From what I'm hearing, if they are going to re-sign him, it's not going to be for too long. Like, it would be probably, say, 2-3 years, maybe 4 at the most, I think. And you're probably looking at $2.5-3 million a year. I don't think he's going to get the big numbers. Anyways, that's what I think at this point. Could change. My opinion could change as we get closer to that happening. Randy Mack, 4-3 Habs. Slav, first goal. Awesome. Finally got yourself a VPN. Awesome. So where are you going to watch it that it's going to work for you? Because I've tried the VPN with, what was it? NHL 66. That didn't work. But it works for me here. So like tonight, where it's outside Canadiens region, I put myself in Toronto, and guess what? Not outside my region anymore. So it works really well. Very late game, yes. Hey, Aki. 3-2 Habs. Galley, first goal. That's what I've got. 3-2 Habs, but I put mine OT, but it doesn't matter. 3-2 Habs in OT, Galley, first goal. That's my guess, too. Wonder Phil is here. Wonder Phil. Phil's here. Hey, Phil, how's it going, man? Galley first goals, hat trick, couple hat tricks, Gordie Howe and Natural, 7-4 Montreal. Is my that's your prediction. There you go. Hey, Paul, how's it going, man? Ghislain, 4-3 Montreal, first goal, Mason McTavish. Paul says Habs 5-2 Caulfield first goal. Do we have that guess already? You might have to change that. Why do I think that's here? Yeah, you're going to want to change that, Paul. Somebody already got 5-2 Caulfield first goal, and that means if it happens, they'd win the cash prize. Matt says 5-3 Anderson. That might also be guessed. You better check on that one. Bye-bye. 4-2 Gooley. Sufka says, hey, Ricardo. Just came to say hi. It's 3 a.m. there. Got to sleep. Can't watch game, sadly. Listen, 3 a.m. there. What do you expect? He's in Slovakia, so yeah, different time zone. Thomas, Habs 5-4, Caulfield first goal. Doug has 4-2 Ducks. Cole first goal. Daniel, Bolts 2, Jets 2. Totally different game. Don't know where that's going to go. Ain't going to win you anything here. Phil says, je gagne beaucoup. Well, you win a lot of what? You haven't won yet with your galley pick. Oilers are losing again. I smell a huge multiplayer trade with the Oilers. Could we land Leon? No. Come on. That's ridiculous. That's not even guaranteed they're going to trade with the Oilers, but I mean, big rumors. Lucas. Say, Lucas. Yeah, late night game. Luckily, no school tomorrow, so I can try and watch it all. Nice. Yeah, Matt's going to be in the game. Going to be with me in the game because it's American Thanksgiving, so he doesn't work tomorrow, so he'll be there. Paul says 5-4 Habs. Caulfield first goal. That's the way to go. Guru says you hear the Habs are going to be wearing an Air Canada emblem on their jerseys. Yes, I actually have that in my news, which we're going to get to right now, as a matter of fact. I wanted to make a comment on the Habs lines. We'll do that when I show the lines. So the Habs recalled Matthias Norlinder today. He's not in the lineup. He's around as the extra body. They're on a long road trip. As far as they're far away, in case there's something goes wrong, it's always good to have the extra body. That's from St. Louis. Jordan Harris was placed on the IR for now. I don't know how long. There's a minimum he has to be on there. I don't know how long. I think it's like 10, 11 days or games or something. I think it's days. While I'm doing the news, I want people to let me go here. This is probably for older people. Who is this goalie? I'll continue with my news. Philip Machar on fire in the OHL. 2 power play goals, 2 points per game average. He's cooking just fine, and it makes the case for leaving Joshua Roy to finish cooking in Laval, in my opinion. But Philip Machar on fire after, I think, a slow start down there. For some reason, I want to say that. So keep looking at that goalie. Who is that goalie? California swing recent history. In Anaheim, no wins for Montreal since 2014, but Ducks are 2-5-0 in their last 7 games. So maybe that helps. In San Jose, which they're there on Friday, didn't win there between 1999 and 2021. So that was a long 22 years they didn't win over there. And LA, they've had 2 wins in LA since the last lockout. So they're not doing good, and they don't usually do good in California. Ducks have scored only 4 goals in their last 3 games, so that's hopeful for Montreal. And as someone just mentioned, the Habs' new road jersey sponsor is Air Canada. I should have taken the picture and showed it to you guys. I didn't get that. I apologize. Let's see if anybody knows who that goalie is. Where was I? Wait. I'm going to look for the guesses. Randy Max says Cesar Maniago. And since Dryden. Thomas says Dryden. That's not Dryden. It's Dryden. Since Randy Mac probably sees the same things I do on Twitter, yes, that is Cesar Maniago. Just pretty good goalie if I remember. He was a decent goalie back in the day for Minnesota and I think a few other teams in his day. Way to go there, Randy. Let me go back there and get that out of the way. Got one more for you. First, I'm going to do this. I can say this now like you can talk about this. This is a picture of Milan Lucic pleading not guilty in court on domestic violence charges. So it's official. That's what happened. There, he's charged with domestic violence. I don't know all the details to that. He's pleading not guilty, and he has entered the NHLPA or NHLPA Players Assistance Program. Probably for alcohol, but I don't know 100% that that's true. But I think it is. And then there's this last one. Before we get to all the stats, whose baseball card is this? Whose card is this? 67-68 with the North Stars his first year, and it goes till 77-78 with the Barons. That's the Cleveland Barons. And, average middling numbers, career high in 75-76 of 82 points with the Red Wings. So he played with the North Stars, the California Seals, the Bruins for part of a season, and then the Red Wings, and then the Capitals for part of a season, and the Barons for the rest of that season. So 614 games, 135 goals, 227 assists, 362 points. It would be a name you probably have heard if you don't necessarily know, but it's definitely a name from the day. Whose hockey card is this? And then I'll get back to some comments, and then I'll do my preview. Anybody? Nobody. Well, maybe I got to let that marinate a little bit there. Have I got anything else to talk about in between? Yes. This weekend is Thanksgiving weekend in the States, so we've got 2 afternoon games happening on Friday, an odd Friday afternoon game, and a Saturday afternoon game. Therefore, the post-game show for the Saturday afternoon game will be pretty early. I'm going to be doing a giveaway finally, doing another giveaway. I'm going to give away one of those T-shirts. You can still see it there hanging over in front of the Canadian flag that I got from Habs Guru, who printed these out for me and for Matt, and we're giving one away on Saturday. So if you want to win that, you only have to give money to the channel. Now, it's for everybody who's given money to the channel since the last giveaway, and up until Saturday, if you give money to the channel for, like, say in this show, you want to throw $100 no, it doesn't have to be $100, but anybody who donates any money to this channel is in the draw. That's also for the members. They get in the draw, and somebody will win that. Anybody got a guess? Gilles Meloche, he did not score 82 points. Randy Mack says Bob Goldsworthy or Red Berenson. I did the Red Berenson one already, so that's not Red Berenson. It could be Goldsworthy. I'm not saying. Oh, it's Bill. I thought, why did I think it was Bob? It was Bill Goldsworthy. That's true. Randy Mack's got it twice there, Bill Goldsworthy. Anybody else? Because I'm going to say Randy Mack is not right. It is not Bill Goldsworthy. Oh, Gilles Meloche was the goalie. Okay, that made more sense since he played in Minnesota too. Nobody, come on. And Ghislaine, you're usually really good at these. How come you don't have who this is? Okay, going once. Going twice. And Walt McKechnie. That was Walt McKechnie's hockey card. Like I said, from the day, if you're like around my age, you know who Walt McKechnie is. All right. Let's get to a few comments, and then I will do my preview. I'm not sure where I was. I'm going to just start here. The guesses, I don't have to read them off because they're, if somebody wins, I'll go look in the back there, make sure and whatever, so it's not a problem. Guru says, being everyone knows the Oilers are looking for a goalie, no one is going to be selling goalies cheap. No, if you heard Darren Drager talking about it, I think it was today. I mean, he's saying you can look at probably getting a first-round pick maybe and that Bourgault from them for Monty. Listen, it's more than likely if Oilers want a goalie from Montreal, it's Monty they want. Let's see. Thomas, if someone has the same pick as you in before you picked it, then you got to come up with another one. Oilers need so much. They need RD help. Hell, any D would help for playoff push and playoffs. Can they think of a playoff push even right now? They need bottom center with face-off skills, and they need goaltending. Lastly, they need cap space for all that. Yeah. The Ducks won the last 4 against Montreal. What did I have? Yeah, well, Montreal hasn't won since 2014 against Anaheim in Anaheim. I believe this is in Anaheim. Habs don't go to Cali to win, says Phil. I think they are shopping or chilling at the beach. Well, I'm maybe I don't know what it is about California they don't like, but hopefully they turn that around starting today. Randy doesn't have Twitter. You're better off. Believe me, you're better off. Leo, I'm hoping Struble can make an impact like Jack-Eye out there. Team can use his toughness. Yes. Matter of fact, Matt and I were recording our podcast, which will be out on Friday. Just before, like 15 minutes before this started, it ended. So we talked about that. And yeah, with Jack-Eye out, I'm glad they've got Struble's toughness in the lineup. JFed, for what actually happened, that's all speculation at this point because we don't know till any trial happens. I'm not really going to talk about details because I don't know, and I don't really want to. I don't want to get sued by chance or whatever. But yeah, I don't know all the details. I've heard what you're saying, but I don't know if that's what happened exactly. Should Paul guess again? Did he guess after you? If he guessed after you, then yes, Paul should guess again. If he guessed before you, then you need to guess again, Thomas. Sorry. Gilles Meloche was a goalie, yes. Leo says, Boston players have a history of having no honor. Jay, I'm not surprised. Marchand getting named captain was just so fitting to represent that toxic team. How do we get on Boston, though? I'm not sure. Randy Mack says Carol Vadnais for the player. Oh, yeah. No, that's not who I said it. Pete Laframboise. Pete Laframboise. What? That's so random. Who the hell was that? I might have known somebody named Pete Laframboise. Is it Laframboise or Laframboise? I don't know how you wrote that. Randy, you're 62. Awesome. I got to remember that. Probably about the same age. I'm 60. You're just a little bit older. I'm going to be 61 in February. Pete is the only NHLer who share my last name. Oh, great. Okay, so you wrote it wrong. You wrote his wrong. I thought so. From what era is that? Thomas, you picked first, so you don't have to worry. Paul needs to change it or his pick doesn't count. So don't worry. It doesn't affect yours. It's the first one in the chat that gets it. You're first. You didn't have the same pick, Phil. Aki, but if they don't want Allen, then that's not going to help. Listen, the Habs could also move Allen to a different team. They don't have to deal with Edmonton. Matter of fact, I mean, the only way Edmonton gets a goalie out of Montreal is if they give a really good return. Phil, I'd rather keep Monty as well. But, I mean, if you're getting back what is essentially a huge overpayment, okay. But I still have a feeling if they trade Monty, I'm going to be disappointed in the return. I know I am going to be disappointed. So, but it is going to be what it is. Paul says 4-3 Habs Monahan first goal. There you go. I don't think anyone's got that, so you're safe now. Do you think Alex Newhook can replace Paul Byron as the third line left winger? Absolutely not. Why would you have Alex Newhook as a third line left winger? Ghislain. Are you serious? I listened to the Pucking Around podcast earlier today. Really good listen. Thanks, Guru. Appreciate that. Yeah, I thought the last one, we're getting better as a unit. And the shows are getting a little bit better. And yeah. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. So yeah, by the way, anybody wants to listen to either Pucking Around or Hab Normals, there's a link in the description for either of those or for both of them. So you can go check that out. Phil, I know that La Framboise means raspberry. He's the raspberry. La Framboise. Framboise is a raspberry. He's the only one, except we found out there's another one. It was picked by the California Golden Seals. Yeah, it was a while back. So Paul says Monty Monahan Wi-Fi and our 2025 first round pick for Leon. Yeah, sure. They're going to go for that. You think they're trading Leon? I mean, listen, if you had McDavid and Draisaitl on your team, right, would you be trading them, though? How is trading Leon Draisaitl going to make them win better? I don't see how that works. And Wi-Fi. He doesn't like that nickname, by the way. Arbor's not going anywhere. Carolina needs a goalie. Yeah, Carolina, Colorado. There's other teams that need goalies. That doesn't mean they have to deal with Edmonton. If I'm Hughes, I'm looking to trade Allen over the other two, so I look elsewhere first. Philly needs a mature goalie. There you go. Minnesota can use a goalie. No team is trading Draisaitl for that kind. I agree with you, Leo. And they're not trading Draisaitl. Newhook's got the speed like Barron. Third is easily obtainable. More is just wishful thinking. Who is it that said Newhook for on the third line? Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Well, Phil, I mean, Jack Eye straight up for Draisaitl, you got to do, but it's not happening. It's ridiculous. Draisaitl for Matthews. If I have Draisaitl, I don't want Matthews. The hell do I want Matthews? I got Draisaitl. I want to trade him away for a cancer in the locker room. That's what I want to do. Hey, Phil, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later or have a good night. One of the two. All right, I'm going to go for the preview now. Time for the game preview. Game tonight is the 7-9-2 Montreal Canadiens taking on the 9-9-0 Anaheim Ducks in Anaheim. How to watch this game, 10 p.m. Eastern Time start time, which is 35 minutes away, and 7 p.m. Pacific. In the Canadiens region, TSN 2 in English, RDS in French. In the Ducks region, Bally Sports West. Streaming, ESPN Plus, RDS, TSN Plus, and where I'm watching it, Sportsnet Plus. Last 10 games and season series. Anaheim 5-5-0 in their last 10 on a 3-game losing streak. Montreal 2-7-1 in their last 10 on a 4-game losing streak. Is that right? 4 games? I thought they won something in between that. Anyway, season series they're playing tonight and the day before my birthday, February 13th, in Montreal. Home and away. Montreal is away. They're 2-5-0 on the road. And Anaheim 4-6-0 at home. Refs tonight. Might not be horrible tonight. Steve Kozari and Justin Kia. I believe we have had Kia already this year. Neither team does well with those guys, really, in general, over the last 3 years. So, in general, it should be good. It's a toss-up, even with the refs. We'll see what happens with that. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances 4%, 47% even for Montreal 24th, and 45.9% for the Ducks 27th. So it's close enough. Goals per game, 2.83 for both teams. And they're 23rd and we're 24th. Goals against per game, 3.56 for Montreal 26th, and 3.11 for them 12th. It's not that big a difference, but it's a bit of a that's a little advantage. Excuse me, slight advantage. Power play percentage, 20% even for Montreal, 17th, and 19.7% for them, 18th. Virtually the same. PK percentage, 74.4% for Montreal, 25th, 81.7% for them, 13th in the league. So that's a bit of an advantage there on the PK. Head-to-head record last year, 0-2-0 were Montreal's record, and 2-0-0 was the Ducks' record. Face-offs for Montreal, 52.4% at the dot, 9th, and 46.8% for them, for the Ducks, 27th. So advantage Montreal. Shots on goal and shots on goal allowed. Shots on goal allowed for Montreal, 34.9, for the Ducks, 32.7. And shots on goal for per game, 29.4 for Montreal, 28.9 for the Ducks. Players to watch over the last 5 games. For points, Mike Matheson with 4 and Frank Vatrano with 5. Goals, Kovacevic with 2 and Vatrano with 3. So you can, that's how goal-starved Montreal's kind of been, is Kovacevic leads with 2 goals. Matheson, or assists, Matheson for Montreal with 3, Vatrano with 2 for them, and plus minus both with +4. Jake Evans and the hated Radko Gudas. Team leaders in goals, Sean Monahan, 6. He's been stuck on that for a little while. Frank Vatrano has 12. Points, Nick Suzuki with 16 for Montreal, Mason McTavish with 17 for the Ducks. Average time on ice, Matheson, 24:47, and Cam Fowler, 23:55. And wins, both Monty and Jake have 3, and Lucas Dostal has 5 for the Ducks. Atlantic standings from top to bottom: Boston, Florida, Toronto, Tampa, Detroit, Buffalo, Ottawa, and tied with Ottawa, but with a worse percentage record, Montreal Canadiens. So we're on the bottom of the Atlantic Division. And in the NHL, we are 26th in the league, same points as Ottawa, and just ahead of Nashville and Minnesota points-wise. Ducks top 5 scoring. Frank Vatrano, 12 goals, 5 assists, 17 points, +4. Mason McTavish, 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points, even. Ryan Strome, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points, +3. Troy Terry, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points, -5. And Cam Fowler with 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points, -6. Top 5 for Montreal. Suzuki, 6 goals, 10 assists, 16 points, -6. Caulfield, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points, even. Matheson, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points, -9. Monahan, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points, -5. And Alex Newhook, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points, -7. Goalies tonight. For Montreal, it is, who do I have? Monty. I believe it's Monty tonight. 3-3-1, 278 goals against, 908 save percentage, no shutouts. And for the Ducks, it'll be John Gibson, 4-6-0, 227 goals against, 927 save percentage, no shutouts. Ducks lines. Leo Carlson, the rookie, first line center. Killorn and Troy Terry in between on his wings, Mason McTavish, second line center. Vetrano and Strome on his wings. Henrique with Jones and Silverberg on his wings. Carrick centering the fourth line. Johnson and Leeson on his wings. And Fowler and Luneau are the first pair. Mintyukov and Lyubushkin, second pairing. And they got names like are impossible to goddamn announce. Almost all their defensemen. Vakanainen and Gudis, third pair. Gibson and Dostal are in nets or starting and backing them up. Montreal, Suzuki, Newhook, and Gallagher. When I saw that, and I saw that last night, I believe. I think it was last night. If not, it was this morning. And I wrote here, WTF. And that means, what the fuck is that about? Galley on the first line wing? I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest with you. Let me know what you guys think. So, second line, Devo back in there with Caulfield and Slavkovsky. Again, I don't know why Monahan got moved off that. Must have his reasons. Pearson, Monahan, Anderson, Evans, Pizzetta, Ulinen, Matheson and Barron, first pair, Gulli, Kovacevic, second pair, Struble and Lindstrom. I put a question mark there because, like, why Lindstrom? But it's because Norlinder's a left side defenseman. I guess they felt more comfortable Lindstrom playing on the right side. Monty starting, Jake Allen backing him up. And you can see the injured Harvey Pinard out with a lower body, Arbor out with an upper body, and Harris out with a lower body. Excuse me. Went down the wrong way. Next guy that goes out is going to have, you figure it out, upper body. All right, that's your preview. There you go. Let's talk here in the chat. See where did I leave off? Okay, past here. BL's got 3-2 Ducks. Paul Correa with the first goal, a throwback. Honestly, what we need is to dump Armia, and I would sacrifice a guy like Harris because he's essentially a slightly faster Kovacevic. That's smaller, and Kovacevic we got for free. Yeah, I think if they could dump Armia in almost any way that would made sense, they would have done that. And he's in Laval, and I don't think he's going to come back up, and unless there's injuries, and I don't think you can move him. Paul says, you didn't think Monty would be nothing. We got Arbor for a cup of coffee, and Monahan was free. You think we were paying too much? What? I don't get you, Paul. Sorry. I didn't think I said anything like that. Bye-bye. 3-3 Laval at Rochester in OT. That's Rocket playing tonight. Brad, 6-1 for Anaheim. Zegras with the hat trick. Very hard to do for Zegras. I can guarantee you Zegras won't get a hat trick tonight. And that's based on the fact that he's injured and not in the game. BL, were you surprised with Struble getting the call? He was put in the ECHL after training camp. No, I was not surprised. With Arbor down, I think in Boston we missed Arbor. We needed some physicality in that. We didn't get any. I think with Arbor down, not on this road trip, they felt they needed that type of physical player. He's a good defensive defenseman. And I think that he was the guy to call up. So, no, I'm not surprised. And we'll see how he does. Paul, someone just put that up there. Oh, okay. You have that they lost. So, Laval lost in OT. Conservative lawyer, Rick, would you trade for Trevor Zegras? I think he needs a change of scenery. He's injured is what it is. So, no. I wouldn't trade for Zegras necessarily because it's going to cost you a lot. So depending on what they're not giving him away for free. And they're not trading Trevor Zegras. They'll work out whatever problem. I wouldn't worry about that. If you're a Duck fan, Zegras not going anywhere. It's a rebuilding team. And you got a guy like Zegras. Why are you trading him? Because he's slumping? Because he wanted more money, maybe a little bit? Not a reason to trade a guy like that. That's my opinion. Did I already have one? Yeah, I had one going. My brain's not there. That's what she said. All right, so we got about 10 more minutes to talk here. So whatever you guys want to talk about, ask anything you want, say whatever you want. It's open here to do that. So just do that, and I'll answer. Otherwise, you're just going to sit here and watch me smoke? I don't know. Is that interesting enough? I just burnt myself a little bit. That hurt. All right. That didn't get anybody. I got nothing really to add except what do you think of the lineup? How do you guys think Galley's going to do on that first line? And I guess you could ask, how long does he last on that first line? Can he keep up with Caulfield and Suzuki? I don't know. So, okay, so Shazam was saying that. Why would they give up on him? Why would they trade him away? Doesn't make sense. BL says Gallagher and Anderson for Huberdeau is a rumor floating around out in Calgary. Well, I said this. You know what? Matt and I talked about it in the podcast this evening, and I kind of said the only thing I think is if you're putting Gallagher on the first line and you're showcasing him, you think that's what it could be? They're showcasing him, and there's an actual taker for him. Now for Calgary, but see, the thing I don't like if you're saying that is that you're looking at basically salary for salary. Andy and Galley add up to a little more than what Huberdeau's getting. Yeah, okay. So if you're dropping 11 million, actually 12, you're picking up 10.5 in Huberdeau. But the thing is, the 10.5 in Huberdeau is going for 7 more years, I think, or 6 more. That I don't think that's doable. I don't think you bring Huberdeau in here. Sort of, you don't know if he's going to get back to where he was for 10.5 million. The rumor I had heard about Huberdeau last week was they retain half his salary. At half salary retained, yeah, I grab Huberdeau. I don't mind doing that at 5.25 million. At 10.5 for 6 years, I don't think I'm going after Huberdeau. Now you could say, well, Galley is 4 more years, and Andy's only 3 more years. So it's a much bigger commitment. And at 10.5 million, I don't care if the cap's going up or not, that's too much. Baby says Galley should not be on first line. Randy Max says, I thought you had Newhook on first line. Newhook, it's Suzuki, Galley, and Newhook. That's the line. Calgary, I think I agree with you, Shazam. I don't think it's a good move for Calgary, honestly, either. I mean, that Galley contract, but he's playing well. But will he play like that somewhere else? I imagine he would. That's Galley. He's going to play hard wherever he is, but I don't know. Hey, Scorchy. Habs Guru, yeah, Zegras is going to be expensive. And if you're Anaheim, why are you trading him? Doesn't make sense to me. Paul Caulfield's on the second line, Newhook on the first line. I said that. Newhook with Suzuki and Galley. Caulfield is with Dvorak and Slav. Believe me, Devo's not the first line center. He's really not a second-line center, but he's adequate as a second-line center. McDavid is pissed. Yeah, well, listen. He doesn't have very many years left to win a cup. And now, from a guy that thought, well, I'll probably win a few cups, he might win one now if he's lucky, I think. His time's running out. I've got another about 5 minutes to go here. And then I'll get ready for the hangout. So hopefully you guys will join for that. Obviously, it is a late game. It's going to finish around 12:30, 1:45 my time. So no post game. That's why the pregame show. So yeah, but hopefully you guys will join us. Matt will be joining me for the game because he doesn't have work tomorrow. It's a holiday. Whether you like it or not, Habs are going to overpay for someone. Hugh said as much. I don't think it's what you took it the wrong way. Montreal, you got to overpay. You got to overpay players to come here. All Canadian teams have to do that. I think that's what he meant. I don't think it means they're going to go out and overpay for people in trades. I don't think so. I think he's talking about on contracts. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm not. No, I could be wrong. But that is my opinion. All right. Nobody's going to talk to me now. Is that what happened? Afternoon Habs games all weekend. Yeah, it's the weird. It's not really all weekend. It's Friday afternoon, which for us, it's not a holiday. Friday's not a weekend. So a weird Friday afternoon game and then Saturday afternoon. And then next week's games, I don't know when they play. I don't. I think it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All right. Well, I was going to leave in only 2 minutes. I'm going to go now. I got to get ready for the game. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate it. Hope you liked the preview. I hope you got the info you might have needed. And thanks for taking part in the chat. Good luck to everybody who made guesses for the Guess the Score contest. And that's it. Stay safe till I see you again, which isn't going to be that long. Thanks for watching. Peace out, everybody. And I'll see you in about, what time is it? I'll see you in about 17 minutes. Ciao, everybody. And if you don't come back into the hangout, thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time after that. Ciao, everybody.